got that.
Girl, you got that energy that I need. Yeah, you got that energy that I need. Yeah.
Got that.
Girl, you got that energy that I need. Yeah. You got pretty everything, everything. Oh, you got pretty everything, everything. You got pretty everything, everything. You got that energy that I need.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Zamaya, and I'm back again with another video. So it's been a while since my last video, and I know you guys have all these questions as to where I've been, what I've been up to, and all this different stuff. So today I'm gonna be giving you guys a Q&A / girl talk, and let's get straight to this video. I asked you guys some questions as to what I should answer and what did you guys want to know for this video. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. So one of the first questions was, where have I been? So if you guys didn't know, you guys aren't following me on Instagram, which y'all should be. I deactivated my Instagram for a few months, from maybe like April or March all the way up into August. And within that period of time, I was just doing photo shoots. I was making sure that I was okay financially, mentally, and I was getting situated from coming back on campus. Well, like off campus back home. So yeah. I was away at college this January through March. I ended up leaving early because, I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling like, I don't know, I just didn't like it. Like, it was just a lot of things that played into a factor of it. I didn't like, I was like usually always by myself or like in my room. I really wasn't doing nothing. When I did go out, it was like rare. But like within that time, it was good for me because I learned a lot about myself. I got into reading my Bible more. I got a journal that matches my Bible. I have it here today, and this is what we're going to be talking about later on too. Yeah, I just did a lot of different things, more so like shadow work and stuff, and I learned a lot about myself during that time. Sorry, it's like air coming in my eyes and it's making me squint. Okay, so getting into the first question. So where have I been? So yeah, back to that. I just been doing a lot of different stuff. I ended up having like 3 different jobs. I can't give a job to say about life. I had like 3 different jobs. What else? I ended up doing a photo shoot for my YouTube channel again. I thought that if I just deactivated my Instagram, it was just the perfect time to reboot everything. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted all the pictures to be the same for the same shoot. I just wanted everything to look like professional, together, coordinated. So that's why I deactivated my Instagram. I was trying to find a photographer. It was like so much going on with that, and then once I did find it, a photographer, I had to wait till like my photos were edited, and I had to wait to post it and, you know, make my intro and then make the outro. So it was just a lot. And then now that I'm finished and I got all of it together, here goes the video. So that's what I've been doing, and that's where I've been. What made me start modeling? So modeling has always been something that I wanted to do for a very long time. So I just thought, like, you know, pretty, something you want to do, mix it together, you might as well just do it. So that, I mean, that's just really it. And I'm gonna start taking it serious, and we'll just see like how it goes and how far it takes me. What do I aspire to become in the future? So in the future, I plan to become a defense attorney. I think I answered this in my very first video, which was a Q&A. What do I answered this in my very first video. I want to become a defense attorney. That's what I'm going to college for, so I'm going to school for. My major is psychology, and I do want to major in business. But yeah, that's what I aspire to become in the future. Like career-wise, if we're talking about overall, I plan to become very successful. So I want to own law firms. I want to be able to model. Like, I want to be Okay, so I know this sounds weird, but I want to be like a famous lawyer. So I don't want to be like a celebrity lawyer. I just want to be like a lawyer that helps. Like, I'm a defense attorney. I help regular people that's not celebrities. But I want to be like on magazines. Like, I want to be famous, if that makes sense. Like, I want everybody to know who I am. Like, yeah, she's an attorney, but she's like bomb. Like, she models, she do this, she got her own, like, all of that. That's what I really want to do. That's what I aspire to become in the future. I just really want to help people, and I really want to be known for helping people. What made me want to start my own channel? I feel like it's best for me to just document like my life, how it goes now, my progress at like emotionally, physically, just everything all around. I feel like this is the most crucial time to be, I don't know, documenting. The last question was, what college do I go to? I'm taking a break semester due to like a lot of factors. So this semester I'm not enrolled, but I do attend Barry University. It's in Florida. I ended up deciding last night actually the exact type of video that I wanted to do. So me and my friend Co, she has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave it either like right here or in the description box, so you guys can subscribe to her channel as well. My very, very, very good friend Co, we do Bible study together, we journal, we just talk about life. Like, she's one of the friends that you need in your life. Like, you guys can talk about any and everything. Like, nothing should be off limits, especially like religion and stuff like that. Like, you need an all-around friend. Like, she was telling me the other day like how I am her all-around friend, and I feel the same exact way about her because me and her have a really good relationship. We talk about anything, and one of our most prominent times that we spend together, even though it's only like on FaceTime, we do a lot of Bible study and we do a lot of like deep intellectual talks. I sent her the screenshots of journal prompts that I saw on TikTok. The questions that I wrote was, how can you make yourself, in your opinion, a priority in your life? And this really spoke out to me the most because as a woman, as a young adult, you need to make sure that you are taking care of you the best way that you can. And I mean, I'm not talking about making sure you take your shower. I'm talking about deeper than that. I'm talking about mentally, emotionally. You need to be the one to be able to help yourself before you can help anybody else. And as a person who always likes to help people, I feel like that's one of my greatest attributes to myself, but it can also be something negative because I tend to put others before myself sometimes, because don't get twisted, like sometimes I know my boundaries, but that goes a lot to do with knowing your boundaries, knowing yourself, knowing what you need before others. And this is all goes into being able to prioritize yourself first before anything. So starting off with the first way to learn how to prioritize yourself and your opinion is to make sure that you put you before you. Like, putting you before you, that means like you should be your top priority, you and you only, with the exception of God first, then you. Like, that should just be the first top two, if you know what I mean. So with this being said, it is okay to be selfish. Now, the word selfish has a lot of negative connotation, a lot of, people think, oh, like, she's selfish, da 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 da. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you are always constantly helping others, putting others before yourself, you will never know yourself. You will never, you know what I mean? How are you ever going to learn how to get to know yourself? How are you going to put yourself first if you're putting everybody else before you? So it's okay to be selfish sometimes. It's okay to tell somebody no. It's okay to tell somebody like, yeah, usually I would have done this, but today I just need a little me time. It's okay to put you before anybody else, before anything else. You shouldn't have to explain yourself to people. You shouldn't have to feel bad for telling people no, for telling people today is the day that I want to do this. It's okay to do that. Like, it's okay. Me time goes more into just spa days, getting your nails done, getting your feet done, getting your nails done. It's more than that. It's more to it than just scraping the surface. It's more about journaling. Are you doing your shadow work? Are you reading your Bible? Are you praying? Are you meditating? What are you doing to help yourself internally and not just externally? Because outside you can look good, you can make yourself look good, you can tell everybody that you're good, but in the inside, if you're hurting, if you're, you know what I mean, if you're not fully healed, you're doing what? Like, you're just showing to people, you just, like, you're fronting. That's just what it is. So the second thing that I put on here is knowing your worth, period. So when you know your worth, you know what you stand for, and you know what you're not going to stand for. Knowing your worth is very, very, very important. Period. That's just what it is. Like, you need to know your worth. You need to know that you are worthy of any and everything that you want. You are worthy of your dreams. Like, don't doubt yourself. You're worthy of anything that you put your mind to. You're worthy. Any thought that comes, oh, I want to be a billionaire, I want to start my own business, I want to do this, I want to do that. Know that you are worthy enough, and you should have that confidence, you should have that faith enough to know that you're going to go far in life. Don't doubt yourself. Don't sit up here and be like, well, maybe this, maybe that. Like, maybe it's gonna work. Maybe you're gonna be successful. Maybe you should take that risk, because maybe you don't know. You don't know. So you should just automatically know your worth. Know that you are worthy. Period. 3. Find your passions and follow your dreams. So this goes back into the second one, knowing your worth. So once you know your worth, you've done your shadow work, you've gotten to know yourself better, you will know, hey, I'm really into art and I love to draw. Even though I'm not the best, this is something that I'm really passionate about. So the more that you draw, the more that you play an instrument, the more that you sing, the more that you write poems. For me, I personally like to write poems. It's a way for me to express myself. It's a way for me to get all of my thoughts out in the most creative way. And poems don't necessarily have to rhyme. They don't have to sound like a song. Like, you can make a poem any type of way, which is why it is so important for me, because you can be unique and being yourself. In order for you to really know yourself, find something that you're passionate about. If that's not it, move on to the next. If you have a dream, follow your dream. If that's not your dream anymore, you got a new goal, follow the new goal. So that's 3, prioritize yourself. So we went over, it's okay to be selfish, knowing your worth, and following your dreams and your passions. Anything that you're passionate about, go after. Don't go after what other people are passionate about, what other people's interests are, what's popular right now. Go after what you want to do, whether it's popular or not. Number 4, know your negative qualities and improve on them constantly. This right here is the most important one. One of the most, this is all important, but I'm just saying this is really, really important. I feel like one of my negative qualities is procrastinating. I know a lot of people can relate to procrastinating. Procrastinating is the worst things that you can do for yourself, because you're basically holding yourself back from doing what you need to be doing. Like, why do that? Like, why are you, and that's self-sabotaging. Why would you allow yourself to fail when you can succeed? It's so easy to succeed. All you got to do is put your mind to it. You got to just start. You know what I mean? Like, you have to start from somewhere. So you procrastinating, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. You're never going to get around to it. Last night, me and Cole was talking about how reading our Bibles and journaling and stuff, that should be something that we do every single night. And then the reason why sometimes we be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get around to it, I'm gonna do it tomorrow night. You know, if you're feeling too tired or whatever the case may be. But if somebody was to tell you, oh, tonight, if you get $1,000, if you read your Bible every single night, I bet you y'all be up on that Bible. I bet you'll be reading your Bible, praying, journaling. You'll be doing all of that. But why is it that you procrastinate things that's going to benefit you just because you don't see the outcome right away? The outcome is going to come. You shouldn't procrastinate it, and you shouldn't prolong the process just because you're not going to see results as fast as you want to. You get what I'm saying? So when we was talking about that last night, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like, that's so true. Literally. If you never, ever start when you need to, you'll never finish when you have to. Period. We talked about this already briefly, but this is number 5, setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, it allows you to know where you can draw the line with certain stuff. So, like I was saying in the first one, to be selfish. If you don't feel like going out tonight, I'm not going out tonight. Boom, that's a boundary. If somebody do something to you that you don't like, and you tell them the first time, hey, this is something I don't like, and they do it again, knowing that you already told them, boom, you crossed the boundary. It's okay to cut them off. Like, there's no need to feel bad because you cut somebody off because they messed up a boundary. It's okay sometimes to know your boundaries, and that's all about getting to know yourself. So once you get to know yourself, you'll know your boundaries. You'll know what goes with you, what doesn't go with you, and that's just that. So setting boundaries is really important. I'm setting my boundaries all over again because I realized that I lost sight of them. Like, I genuinely really lost sight of them. Like, I ended up just going with the flow. And some stuff is good to go with the flow, but when it comes to your life, you don't have to go with the flow. Just because somebody else is going with the flow, that don't mean you need to go with the flow. If you know that you allow this and you allow that and you allow that, that should be that. Like, you shouldn't have to go with the flow just because somebody else don't agree with your boundaries. Forget them. Like, you need to move on. At that point, y'all two are not aligning. Next, the 6th one. Speak your truth and be true to yourself. This goes with prioritizing your opinion. When it comes to your opinion, when it comes to your feelings, when it comes to your thoughts, you should always know that you are worthy. You should always know that, oh my gosh, have I been looking in the wrong place this whole time? You should always know that you are worthy. You should always know that your opinion matters. So if somebody makes you feel invalidated because you feel a certain way, but they didn't intend to make you feel that way, then you need to realize that y'all can have this disagreement, but it doesn't need to be to the point where I'm limiting what I say around you just so that you don't get your feelings hurt. You know what I mean? You should always say what you feel. You should always be true to yourself. And it has a lot to do with not what you say, but how you say it. My mom always used to tell me that you always need to say it at a respectful tone to whoever it is. Just because what you're saying, even though it's going to offend them, regardless if they agree or not, your tone, the way you say it, and your words shouldn't all be a factor. It should just, say what you need to say respectfully. And if they don't understand that, then that's just that. But you should never, ever feel like you're limiting your words, limiting yourself, hiding how you feel, anything like that. You should always be true to yourself. Always prioritize your opinion, whatever you feel. So if they don't like it, period. Like, moving on. You don't need to be around nobody that does not respect you, your boundaries, your opinion. That's it, and that's all. Like, be true to yourself. Like, what do I look like being quiet and dimming my light to make you shine so you can see? No, that's not what's about to happen. And the last one, 7, I put to know that you are worthy. And I feel like this is very, very, very important. And this is a constant reminder that I tell myself that I am worthy, I am worth it. It's a good affirmation to tell yourself repeatedly. Like, I am worthy, I am worth it. Know this because it is true. Whatever you want to do, it's glare. Whatever you want to do, whatever you put your mind to, whatever boundaries you have, whatever standards you have, no, my standards are not too high. Like you're just not meeting them. Like don't let nobody ever tell you that they feel like your standards are too high. You're just not the one for me, you know? And whether you look a certain way for your standards to be high, you have whatever you have, and you don't have it just quite yet, your standards should always be your standards. Your boundaries should always be your boundaries, no matter what you have, no matter what you don't have. And that's something that I'm learning myself. So as I'm saying before, this is something that I'm taking on with me. I'm not telling this to you guys and I'm not doing the work. Like, I'm doing the work and I'm telling y'all because this is something that I feel like is very important and that can help many other people. So yeah, don't think that I'm fronting. Like, this is 1 and this is 2, and at the bottom, I am worth it, I am worthy. Like, that's it and that's all. So yeah, this is a growing process. This is a learning process. So as I'm getting older, as I'm learning more, as I'm doing more shadow work, I will be bringing my shadow work on here, and then you guys can do shadow work as well, because what, Bonnie gang, we're all doing the work together. We're all growing. Not only are we pretty on the outside, we're pretty on the inside as well. So doing that shadow work, making sure that you're good on the outside, you need to make sure that you're good on the inside, and that's all a part of becoming a Bonnie. That's what a Bonnie is about, being cute on the inside and the outside. Period. I gotta probably say period so much, but yeah, that's the video for today. I hope you guys like. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, share this video with 3 of your closest friends, 3 friends that you know need to know how to prioritize yourself. Share it to your mom, your grandma, your uncles, your aunties, anybody. And even though it says girl talk, this talk is really for everybody. Everybody needs to know how to prioritize their self. Everybody needs to know that you come before anybody else. Because if everybody's taking care of themselves and then they're taking care of somebody else, we're all going to be straight. Like, we're going to know exactly what we want. We're not going to be confused. We're not going to be stringing people along. We're not going to be doing any of that type of stuff because we know. So, and we'll see you in the next video.
Girl, I'm loving the way you keeping me on my toes. I'm loving the way your body goes. Your body goes. Things your body knows. I'm loving the way you feel inside. It's a real inside.
You got that.
Girl, you got that energy that I need. Yeah, you got that energy that I need. Girl, you got that energy that I need. Yeah. You got pretty everything. Oh, you got pretty